kita bincang isu jawatankuasa pilihan parlimen, walaupun keputusan muktamad itu belum dibuat kerana masih tertakluk kepada penjelasan Perdana Menteri khususnya. Tetapi yang diminta sekarang ialah mengikut undang-undang yang ada dan peruntukan perlembagaan, tidak ada sebarang masalah atau halangan untuk SPR mengambil tindakan segera. Kalau isu pembersihan senarai, pengundi, soal ketelusan dan rundingan dengan semua pihak dan parti bertanggungjawab, dan memastikan perjalanan pilihan raya itu teratur dan bersih, itu tidak memerlukan atau menunggu jawatankuasa pilihan. Jadi kita mahu SPR mengambil tindakan segera, dan adalah dikesalkan sebelum pun jawatankuasa ini dibentuk, SPR telah mengeluarkan kenyataan dia tidak tertakluk kepada cadangan atau usul jawatankuasa pilihan. Padahal selama ini mereka menyebut mereka tidak ada kuasa, dan tetapi dalam kes ini nampak dia menunjukkan dia ada kuasa. Kita tidak mahu berbalah dengan mereka soal itu. Yang kita tuntut ialah tindakan segera SPR. Tidak ada sebab mengapa SPR dengan bidang kuasa penuh yang ada sekarang tidak boleh bertindak cara bersih, jujur, ikut amanah mereka sebagai anggota Suruhanjaya. Yang kedua ialah inisiatif ahli-ahli parlimen yang dipimpin oleh Saudara Salahuddin Ayub untuk menuntut supaya Menteri Dalam Negeri mengambil tindakan segera menjelaskan isu yang melibatkan keselamatan negara, iaitu memberi kewarganegaraan segera kepada ratusan ribu penduduk negara asing. Ini telah dituntut oleh mereka, dan belum ada ketegasan dan jawapan yang jelas dari pihak kementerian dan Menteri Dalam Negeri. Maka untuk menyelesaikan ataupun mengurangkan kebimbangan yang berbangkit sekarang ini, Kementerian Dalam Negeri belum beri apa-apa penjelasan, Menteri Dalam Negeri belum beri apa-apa ketetapan, maka cadangan yang dibawa oleh jawatankuasa ahli-ahli parlimen Pakatan Rakyat ini membawa perkara ini kepada Majlis Pakatan Rakyat, dan kita bersetuju supaya dicadangkan pembentukan Suruhanjaya Diraja dalam isu kewarganegaraan, dan ini harus disegerakan.
Kalau ada soalan.
Yeah, we made it quite clear that whilst initially we did welcome, but the statements ensuing that is quite disconcerting. Firstly, the Prime Minister's assertion that elections can be called anytime earlier, notwithstanding the Public Select Committee proceedings or recommendations. Secondly, the adamant, or in fact the arrogant attitude taken by the Election Commission in suggesting that they are not bound by the recommendations. So what we are interested now is what is also the demand of Pakatan Rakyat and of the civil society organizations bersih, is for SPR to move now. Why deflect? Why use this select committee as a pretext to delay action? We can consider, I mean, our position is still open, but then you must show good faith. You can't say we will have a select committee and the fraud continues. So the Election Commission constitutionally, legally is empowered to act now to stop the rot in the electoral process.
The announcement of a parliamentary select committee is an admission that there are flaws, weaknesses, and defects in the electoral system that must be put right. Because if the government doesn't accept that there are flaws, then what's the purpose of a parliamentary select committee? And we want to know from the Elections Commission what are among the 8 demands of proceed to are the areas that they can they are going to work on immediately, because not all the 8 demands require reference to the PSC before action by the Elections Commission. For instance, as the Sri has mentioned, the cleaning up of the electoral roll, of the duplication, the phantom, the unjustified inclusion of foreigners in the electoral roll. That must be cleaned up immediately, and that cannot be used as an excuse because there's going to be a PSC for non-action, and then you wait for the PSC to sit for six months, put up recommendations, and then the EC will deliberate whether to accept or not to accept. I mean, this is just a formula for dealing tactics. That it is a political. We want to be convinced that it is not a political ploy. It is a sincere, a genuine, a serious, an effort to ensure that elections is free, fair, and clean. And we want this guarantee also from the Prime Minister. Nazri has said that when elections are held, it's not within his powers. Yes, but he is acting on behalf of the government. The Prime Minister must give such an assurance. And for instance, there is only also to wait until the PSC for the Prime Minister to make very clear that he is committed to free, fair, and clean elections, by making a commitment, for instance, that to accept the concept of a caretaker government. When Parliament is dissolved, the government is a caretaker government. The Prime Minister is a caretaker Prime Minister. The Cabinet Ministers are caretaker ministers. They cannot abuse their position by making use of public funds to go around giving money, promising allocations. They are only involved with day-to-day administration until a new parliament, a new government is formed. All right, is it prepared to accept that? I mean, these are things you don't have to wait until the PSC.
SPR kadang-kadang mereka berkata mereka tak ada kuasa dalam forum bersama dengan Datuk Ambiga baru-baru ini. Sekarang mereka kata mereka ada kuasa. Sebenarnya mereka ada kuasa untuk buat perubahan, terutama dalam 4 perkara yang dituntut selain daripada 8 itu. Di antaranya celup jari ataupun indelible ink. Yang kedua, tempoh berkempen. Yang paling penting, membersihkan daftar pemilih. Ini mereka ada kuasa untuk berbuat demikian. Peringkat awal mereka kata tak ada, tetapi kebelakangan ini bila berlaku pendedahan, mereka kata ada dan mereka akan buat pembersihan. Dan kita harap bersungguh dalam hal ini, sebab menjadikan pendatang kemudian warga negara terus menjadi pemilih adalah satu perkara yang aneh dan boleh jangka panjangnya mengganggu rakyat pemasokkan di sini, rakyat Malaysia dan juga keselamatan negara. Semuanya ini pihak SPR boleh lakukan kalau mereka nak. Cuma berdolak-dalik terlalu banyak yang kita lihat pilihan raya akan menjadi tidak bersih dan dilihat tidak bersih pada masa yang akan datang. Sebab penemuan-penemuan mutakhir ada daftar pemilih memang mengejutkan semua pihak. Termasuklah pihak luar negara melihat bahawa pilihan raya atau daftar pemilih di Malaysia paling tidak bersih di tahap yang ada sekarang. Ini yang mereka perlu lakukan untuk meyakinkan rakyat tentang proses demokrasi dan pilihan raya di Malaysia.
So just to make it clear, Pakatan is not going to boycott the PSC.
No decision for now to boycott, but we have made it abundantly clear that the onus is on the government to show good faith by the Election Commission taking immediate measures. Secondly, a categorical assurance by the Prime Minister that he means business, that he wants a clean, fair elections, and he will not then he must give a clear assurance that the elections will only be held after Election Commission has taken the necessary measures. Otherwise, the public perception is, and our view is, that the Select Committee is just a means, a facade to cover up the excesses and then continue with their own old ways of fraudulent process in the elections.
Dr. Sri, the action that you're looking for exactly is cleaning up the rolls and for the PM to guarantee that the elections will not be called before the reforms have been in place.
Yes, because you must also understand there was earlier clarification by Wabikit Siang. We have also an experience with the select committees. You remember the select committee of integrity, national unity.
National integrity.
Yeah, which means it was a flop. It didn't actually take off. So we don't want the public to be duped into thinking that it's a serious effort. So if they want to be seen to be serious, then they come out with a clear, categorical assurance. Yes, this is not going to be another select committee. This is a serious move, not just to placate some interest or to portray to the international community that we are, we believe in reform, and then continue with your old fraudulent ways.
With no assurance is not coming from the PM by the time October rolls by when they want to table the motion to form this PSC. What will Pakatan do at that juncture? Will you still...
We have a few weeks, we finish the Ramadan and then have a new goodwill and for the Idul Fitri, and then give them 1 or 2 weeks to reconsider this option, and then Majlis Pakatan will meet. And by next month we should decide once and for all, because nothing has happened since then. Since Bersih, nothing has happened except for some pronouncements.